something prompted me today to go on ahead and do this story time, y'all. Let me tell y'all about how this guy been straight weirding me out, freaking me out lately, y'all. Okay, so I'll start here. And what prompted me to make this story time was the fact that we have another tornado watch right now. It's storming. We're on tornado watch until 8 p.m. tonight. We don't know how it's going to go. All right, but let me get into the story. The whole thing, this guy is weird as hell, y'all. Now, probably was it 2-3 weeks ago? I'll say 3 weeks ago. We had a storm here in Pennsylvania, right? And, you know, it was like fire alarms going off. I could hear the elevator alarms going off in the hallway. The phones, you know, the phones be beeping, going all crazy, all this stuff and whatever. It was going crazy. So, when, you know, I live in an apartment building. So, I heard the elevator alarms going off. And I don't know, it just sounded like weird in the hallway. I didn't know what was going on. Plus, the phones was going crazy. So, something made me open my front door and look outside, right? I see two guys out there. The one guy comes walking towards my apartment building. Towards my apartment door. And I go to go shut the door. And when I go to go shut the door, I could feel somebody like pushing on the door from the outside. I'm like, what the? I thought I was tripping. Because I got like this little thing at the bottom of the door so that it can like make sure, you know, because there's a little space between the door and the floor. So I can make sure that no bugs or no rodents or nothing weird come in my apartment. So I thought that was stopping the door from like going and shutting. So I'm like, I went to open it to push the thing to try to see. Here it is, this man, he has his hand on the door handle and he's trying to push himself into the apartment. I'm like, what the so I'm like, hold up. I'm pushing it. I'm like, no. And whatever. He's pushing, I'm pushing. And as you know, I scream, I have to call my son. I'm like, I call his name, like, wait, like, come. You know, so he can come and see what's going on. I said, this man's trying to get into the apartment. The man's like he's breathing all hard and stuff or whatever. He's just like, whatever. So I opened the door. My son goes out, like, he's in his face, like, what's up? Like, you know, whatever. The guy is a Caucasian male, whatever. He had white hair, right? So I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this man? He's acting like he can't breathe. He's going all crazy, sitting there leaning against the wall, and like he can't breathe and stuff and whatever. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with this man, Quay, but help him out. I don't know what's wrong. He's like, I can't breathe. I don't mean anything. I can't breathe, like, and whatever. So I'm like, okay. He's like, I was stuck on the elevator and whatever. Okay. You know, I'm like, that was weird as ever to me. I didn't know what was going on with that. But I'm like, first of all, why would you be trying to come into my apartment because you can't breathe and because you about to pass out, whatever is going on with you? Either way, I'm like, I told my son, I said, go help this man out and whatever. He's like, I live in an apartment upstairs on the floor up from here and whatever. You know, whatever, I just got stuck and whatever. I'm like, okay. Freaking me out, was weird as hell. I'm like, I don't know what the hell, what to think or what to expect or whatever. I'm like, my son walks him up so he can go up to his apartment, and that was like the end of that. But I was thinking about that the whole time. I'm like, man, this is weird. That was very, very strange, because I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I call my mother, I'm like, well, like, you know, I'm telling her about what happened. I'm like, that just seemed kind of weird. I'm like, because like I said, why would you try to come into my apartment if you are stuck and whatever? Why would you not have just kept on going, walking, and went up the steps to your apartment? Like, what does that have to do with me? And why would you try to push your way in there when I'm trying to push to shut it and you're trying to push your way in? Like, what was going on? Did you think I was in here by myself? And maybe because I caught my son and you seen that it was an older male in there, that you know, try to make it like, oh, you was just distraught and you just couldn't breathe and all this stuff. And I don't know. Anyway, that's not even the end of it, right? So I'm like, okay. You know, I need to start being more careful. I don't know what's going on with this. It just freaked me out and made me feel weird. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this, like, but I'm going to just be more cautious and stuff and start, you know, watching my back a little bit, because I don't know if he's stalking me or, like, you know what I mean, if he's out to get me, whatever it is, right? So I'm like, man, all right, weeks go on, weeks pass. Yesterday, y'all, all right, I went to go take my trash out. We have like trash chutes and stuff. We could put our trash down instead of walking outside to put it out, which I love about that. But anyway, so I had took my lock off, my bottom lock off the door. Well, actually, I unlocked my apartment door, so whenever I went out to the trash chute to go put the trash in there, I didn't lock myself out because I wasn't going to take my key just to the trash chute, right? I came back in my apartment. I'm sitting on my bed. I'm filling out some papers and stuff and whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm just laying there. I'm not even thinking about nothing, just chilling, filling out my papers. Next thing you know, I hear my apartment door open. And I could hear it swing open and like somebody enter. I jumps up, I look, it's that man. I'm like, what the fuck? I jump up like, what the fuck? Like, real fast. Like, and he's like, oh shoot. And he shut the door back real fast. And hurries up and he slams the door back. And hurry up and walk back to the elevator. Because I jumps up and I ran over to the door. And I go and look out and he's over at the elevator door, pushing the elevator button like this. He tried not to look my way or nothing. He just looking straight at the apartment. At the elevator. I'm like, what the fuck is the same man who just tried to do that a couple weeks ago and tried to force himself into my apartment? It's the same man. I'm like, yo, like, is this man trying to get into, like, do something to me or something? How are you? Listen. And I'm like, I call my mom again. I'm like, hold up, this cannot be a coincidence. I'm like, because this has never happened the whole time since I've been here. And now all of a sudden, within a matter of a couple weeks, this is the second time. And this time the door was unlocked, so he came in. You know what I mean? Like, so how did you get mixed up again? Like, you can try to make it like be getting mixed up or something. And, because he's a little older, but you're not that old. And I'm like, so how? Nah, something's weird about this, y'all. Making me feel unsafe, uncomfortable, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm just like, let me go ahead and make this story time to make people be aware of weird shit going on. Because I feel as though at this point, I feel like I'm being stalked or something like that. Because let me tell you this. I went to the rent office last night because I'm like, I was thinking about it all day long. I'm like, yo, something's not right. This man seems weird to me. Like, I don't know. I probably need to make some documents about, some documentation at the office that this is happening. I said, because that just couldn't be a coincidence. Like, I don't feel right about it. Like what is really going on with it, And I'm a female. If my son's at work or whatever, then I'm here by myself. Like, so I'm just like, something seems strange, So I goes down to the rent office last night to go and put a complaint in about him, right? While I'm at the place standing there, because I looked to see if they had the complaint papers. There was no papers in there. So I was looking around to look to see if they had them hidden somewhere or whatever. I'm looking while I'm down there at the window. Meanwhile, this is probably like at nighttime. I'm at the window, and why does he come off the elevator and just walk past me? He didn't look at me, he didn't say anything, he just walked past me and went and sat in a chair that was right there, a little down from where I was standing at, and just sat there. I'm like, this motherfucker is weird. Like, I don't know what he's into, what he got going on, but he just makes me feel uneasy. I don't know what's up with dude. Like, he's an older white man. He's probably like, I don't know, maybe in his 60s or something like that. But he looks very, very, very strange to me. He has white hair, a white beard to me, and he was walking really fast. So you're pretty swift on your feet. You didn't seem like it was you was like, something wrong with you or something like that or whatever. It seemed like you were just a little weird. Not something medically wrong with you. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, listen, I don't know. But beware. Watch your surroundings, ladies. You know what I mean? Be on point. Stay on point. Keep you a weapon. Because you don't ever know what's up with these people. And that man, I don't know if the hell, like, do you got some type of bells and whistles on my door or something? Like, how did you know that I was out my apartment last night and went down to the office and it was a coincidence that you just happened to be walking, you know what I mean, coming off the elevator and happened to be down there at the same time that I was down there last night after. And then you walk past, and even like whenever he came into the apartment yesterday, you didn't even say, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you accidentally walked in, you know what I mean? It was more so like, I don't know if you was just I guess my response when I jumped up, like, what the fuck? Like, I jumped up, like, screamed, like, what the fuck? Like, and he just hurried up, he ran out, slammed the door, and hurried up and walked away. So I don't know if my response is what made him, you know, leave back out like that or whatever. Like, I mean, I know, I can't say that he knew that my door was unlocked, because I know it was my fault I left the door unlocked, which would have me, I was slipping in that, you know, in that area. But the whole thing is, is this the first time that you have tried my apartment, you know what I mean, since that one day? And things that makes me really thinking weird about it, like I said, it's a tornado warning again today. There was so much chaos going on. Like, it was so much chaos with the storm, the bells and whistles going off, the phone alarms, you know, there was alerts going off for that, for the tornado warning. The elevator thing was going off. There was sirens going off outside. It was so much chaos. Did you feel like that was going to be your chance to get into somebody's apartment and, you know, do something weird to them, you know, in the midst of all the chaos? You know what I mean? And then yesterday happened to be a day where they were voting. They was voting in my building. So, like, that was another day of chaos in the building. So, was that your other chance, you know, again, to try to be on some weird shit? Like, I don't know what's up with dude. But what I do feel like is that I got to watch my back. He makes me feel uneasy, unsafe, uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I got to watch my back. And I don't trust him. Something just ain't right to me. But I made a report to the rent office. And I told them, I wrote a letter to her to let her know that dude walked in my apartment twice. First time he tried, second time he did. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know what's up with him. I don't trust him, but they better get him before, you know, I feel like I needed to make some documentation on there. I'm coming on here to talk to y'all, so this is another document. Because if some shit happened to me, at least y'all know about it. And if I happen to do something and now I gotta explain myself or what happened, this is another documentation right here. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what's up with dude and I don't trust it. So, ladies, make sure y'all be careful, be safe, be on alert at all times. Watch your back, because you don't never know who might be secretly watching you, you know, or like, I don't know. I really don't even know what to. I've never experienced nothing like this. And it's so weird. It's so crazy. And a little scary, you know? So, nope. Keep your eyes open, your ears open, and be ready. Because you never know what's lurking.